Ice Ice Baby.
So this is the new fan. It's made by Ice in Germany. It's 50 quid. I found out there is a plug meant to be on it, and I found out it actually goes behind here. So this apparently lifts off, and that's the resistor for the heater, sorry, for the blower motor. So we'll unplug it just so it's done properly, and that way it eliminates the wiring. And I think the wiring just runs, like we said, underneath there, so it'll be quite tricky to get the plug out, but we'll do it properly if we can. So this should pull straight off apparently. Great. What's left of it? Yay! Not too bad actually. Oh man, look at where it goes, man. It runs right behind everything. Jesus! I might just cut it. You know, put the new one in for now, and then if it works, we can then cut the old one. Because I'm not getting that out. Just hope there's enough cable. Should be alright. Right, we'll screw it in first before we turn it on, in case we damage anything. I survived the storm of 2022. Shit. Is it one of these ones? Good girl. Right, so cable's there, right, underneath. What we'll do now is we will turn it back on and hope for the best, Bailey. So it's plugged in. This is the old one. We'll just turn her on. Fuck dog. Hey! Okay, so the lowest speed doesn't seem to be working, but we've got that. No, so we do have three. So we've got, number one doesn't work, but we've got 2, 3, available bats. So we've got 3 fan speeds. I mean, that's not terrible. I'll take that. Happy days. Now all we need to do is put all this shit back together. The joys. So what we can do now, it would have been good to keep these as spares, but I really can't be arsed taking all that shit out, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to chop it for this end. Wasn't getting that out anyway. Right, so now all I need to do is just put all this shit back together. So it looks like it goes that way. surprised I remember we half a year ago. There's much left it. Alright, so that's the dashboard all built back up. It's a fucking pain in the arse to get all that back together. It's not exactly 100% straight because there's loads of cables behind it, and honestly it's an absolute nightmare. Also, the antenna for the car radio doesn't work, so I'll need to look into that. So I've left, there's a new cable there, so I've left it out just so I can kind of make something work. I might just get a DAB one and then I can just put a DAB antenna on the windscreen. That's so much easier. But moment of truth, do they actually work? So all 4 speeds actually do work, I think, because it's like number 1 is just like the vents open, if that makes sense. 2 is working, 3 is working, and 4 is working. And then I really don't know what these mean. That's obviously lower, upper, then both these mean like the vents. I really don't know. But then something about the 190 is quite weird, is this vent here only ever blows cold, fresh air. You'll never get hot air out of it, and you'll never get recirculated air out of it. It's always just a fresh air vent. So quite a weird design, but it's there. So the only ones that you actually get heat from are these two, the ones on driver's side and passenger side. So hot air coming out there, and cold air. And it's actually quite cool that it's got dual zone climate in such an old car. So there you go. And again, I don't really know like what these mean, because that's blowing hot air out there now, but I don't know, so I'm just going to leave it on like both, because that's usually what I have it on anyway. So like in terms of the mist in your window, like it must be like you have the upper setting, I think, by the looks of it. So yeah, but that's the heaters working now. So I'm glad that, you know, the button was a free fix if you like, and everything else was okay. Next thing obviously look at is getting the antenna working, or maybe get a new radio, because this thing's still got a tape deck, man. That's how old school this thing is. Like, what, sort of Sony like, so it was obviously high tech back in the day. But so I'm glad that the car's kind of looking a bit normal now. It's not fully screws and shit like that, so just need to get that sorted now. So that'll be the next job. Give it a wee tidy up. I think in the next video I'm going to do the grille, because it's the chrome's starting to kind of like rust a little bit, so that'll be the next job for this car. So stay tuned for the next video on the 190. Hopefully get one maybe in the next week or two, because I'm off work now for 2 weeks, so a bit of time to fix my own cars now. So stay tuned for the next video, guys.